Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I'm going to talk about how narcissists don't work alone, and they don't. All right. And this is what people don't realize. But later on, when you've dealt with enough narcissists, you're going to look back on your relationship with them and realize that you were not just dealing with the narcissist when you were struggling with them, when you were battling with them, when you were not getting along with them. See, narcissists always need a cheering squad. And who's their cheering squad? The flying monkeys. These are the people that back the narcissist. This is usually their family, which a lot of times is toxic, or their toxic friends. So the narcissist is always going to be closer to these people than they are to their own partner. They trust them more because, number one, they have a longer history with them. They've been manipulated a lot of times by them. So you're never, ever just going to deal with the narcissist. You're going to always have to deal with the narcissist and that third party that the narcissist is connected to. See, when you meet a narcissist, they're never independent to the sense that, they're fully open to get into a relationship with you. There's always strings there. See, narcissists could be attached to exes that you don't know about. They could have, unhealthy attachments to toxic family, like narcissistic mother-in-law, narcissistic father-in-law, narcissistic sister-in-law. They have unhealthy attachments to a third party. So this is what makes your relationship so difficult and makes it so hard to try to have to resolve conflict with the narcissist. Because what happens is when you have a problem with a narcissist, what's the first thing that narcissist is going to do? They're going to run to their flying monkeys to gossip about you, smear you, put you down. And it's that third party of flying monkeys that is going to give the narcissist their courage, their power, their validation to come back at you and not resolve that conflict. They are, because of that validation of that third party, all right, because of that validation of that third party, that's what gives the narcissist their strength to be so toxic, so wicked. So the more wicked a narcissist is to you, you could trust and believe that there's somebody in the background that is egging them on. That is their supporters, their flying monkeys. So how does the saying going? When the narcissist is being fed, okay, in other words, fed by that supply from those flying monkeys telling them, you're right, I don't know how you deal with this person, you shouldn't have to put up with that. Planting all of these seeds of trouble into the narcissist's head, when that narcissist is getting fed by someone else, then they're going to be barking at you, okay? And this is what people don't realize. And you'll see that if you were in a serious relationship with somebody, maybe you were married to them or in a serious relationship, and they had a tie with somebody else, a close friend, a close family member or something, or their mother. A lot of them are attached to their mother, constantly trying to validate their toxic mother, right? It's because these flying monkeys are troublemakers, causing problems, and it's going to cause problems in your relationship. All right. How else does the narcissist not work alone? Well, what happens is narcissists, when they're always out looking for supply, they use their flying monkeys to lie for them, okay? Like a lot of times the narcissist will say something like, well, if you don't believe me, you could ask my mother, or you could ask my best friend where I was, or something like that. These other people, these flying monkeys, know what the narcissist is doing, and they will back the narcissist and lie for the narcissist. Even if they know that they're in the wrong, they're still going to back them. Why? Because their loyalty is to the narcissist, because they need them, or their loyalty is to them, not to you. And a lot of times the flying monkeys don't like you and are jealous of you, and most of the time they're covert narcissists that pretend that they like you, but in the reality of it is they don't like you, and they're talking shit about you behind your back to the narcissist, making things worse. This is another reason why a narcissist could walk away so coldly from a relationship. It's because it's not just the fact that they have another supply, but it's because they have the support of these outside flying monkeys, friends and family that are telling them they're doing the right thing, okay? Validating them so that narcissist doesn't have any regrets. They've already been validated. They've been lifted up. It's been, pumped up in their head that they are doing the right thing and that you are this wicked, crazy person, okay? So you guys, you have to understand something. You're not just in a relationship with the narcissist. You're in a relationship with the narcissist and that string, that third party that is there, all right? And that third party is more dangerous than the narcissist because you don't see what's going on. You don't know what's going on, okay? So the narcissist, they are more loyal to these third party, the flying monkeys, the family, the friends, than they are to you. See, one of the things you have to understand when you deal with a narcissist is that they can't think for themselves, okay? Because they don't have a true, authentic self. They never, ever want to, show their innermost feelings. So what they do is they copy and they mirror people. And a lot of times they're going to copy whatever the flying monkeys tell them to do. So that this way, if something goes awry, they don't have to feel any kind of shame because they feel, it's this outside party that is telling them what to do. So they don't have to feel any kind of accountability when something goes wrong or something goes wrong in the relationship. So you have to understand something. It's a no-win game when you're dealing with a narcissist and you have this third party involved. It's a no-win game because they are commiserating against you. They are ganging up against you. And guess what? Most of the time, you don't even realize this is happening. What a narcissist does is when they have a fight with you, the first thing they do is run to these flying monkeys, when you're not around. When they get to work, they're calling them up. They're smearing you. They're having a bashing session of you. The narcissist, when they have an argument with you, they're not just sitting there, reflecting back as to what happened or anything. No. They have to go run their mouths, all right, because this is what they love to do. Because when you have a falling out with a narcissist or you have conflict with a narcissist, they've got to go tell somebody. So trust and believe that narcissist is going to run to whoever is closest to the narcissist. And if you're dealing with somebody who's extremely, extremely wicked to you, then you know that third party, the person that's closest to that narcissist, is against you and is filling that narcissist with lies and is manipulating that narcissist against you, okay? Yes, narcissists do get manipulated by other narcissists who know how to manipulate them by flattery. And this is exactly what happens. When they have somebody that they're very close to, this other person is going to have an input as to the result of how your relationship will go. So they're not going to be placid about it because a lot of times this third party wants the control of the narcissist. So in order for them to have the control of the narcissist, they've got to cause problems between you and the narcissist to have that control. So what they'll do is they'll gang up, they'll smear you. And now the narcissist feels justified and validated that you're in the wrong. And they're going to come back and they're going to be twice as wicked with you because of that validation by that flying monkey. So understand this, you guys. You're not just battling with a narcissist. You're battling with a narcissist and who's ever the power behind the narcissist. And again, it's the people that are closest to the narcissist that are the most dangerous because most of the time they don't like you and they're jealous of whatever relationship and control you have with the narcissist. Who could these people be? Well, it could be a mother-in-law, okay, who doesn't like you and pretends to like you and is very nice to your partner, but is ripping you up in a very passive-aggressive, subtle way to your partner, the narcissist, and the narcissist now comes back and is always fighting with you. All right. It could be it could be their best friend that is jealous of your relationship and is filling the narcissist with lies and everything about you, or validating the narcissist to cause problems because the best friend is jealous of the relationship between you and the narcissist, and they want the narcissist to give them all their time. Okay, so understand this. Narcissists are close with other narcissistic people because they operate the same, all right? They have the same mindset. They're going to be with people that agree with the toxic things that they do because they're toxic as well. So you're never just dealing with one toxic narcissist. You're dealing with an entourage of toxic. And that could also be the narcissist's toxic ex. A narcissist could have a toxic ex as well that is also filling the narcissist's head up, because they may bounce back and forth and be still having conversations with their exes and you don't know about it. And narcissists can even go back to their exes and if they have a certain kind of relationship and be talking about you as well. And what do you think that ex is going to do? They're going to throw a wrench into it and cause even more problems between you and the narcissist. So trust and believe, anytime you are involved with a narcissist, you are not just battling with them. You are battling with them and who's ever the closest person to them that they run to. And when the stronger that narcissist fights with you, the more that you know that third party is against you, okay? So it's horrible, you guys. It's never just you trying to work things out with somebody because, that narcissist has such a diarrhea of the mouth. They feel the need constantly to go and talk all the time behind your back. They get a thrill out of gossiping and putting people down. And they're going to do that. They're going to run to people. They're not going to keep the relationship between the two of you. This is what you have to understand. See, you come together as two people. You come together as one, all right? And, you value each other and you make each other a priority. But a narcissist does not come together as one. A narcissist has one foot into the relationship with you, and they have one foot somewhere else. And it's not necessarily even a romantic interest. Like I said, it could be a toxic family member that they are commiserating with against you. So their loyalty is to that toxic family over you, or that toxic ex, or that toxic friend. Their loyalty is not is higher to them than it is to you. So you're not just dealing with the narcissist, you're dealing with the narcissist, and whatever the narcissist says to that other person, and they've come to their little meeting, and this is how you're going to deal with and relate to the narcissist, because they can't think alone, and they always have to have their little entourage backing them up and giving their input and causing problems into your relationship. So one of the things I always tell people when they get involved with somebody is take a good look at that family. Man, this is gold. Because if they have a toxic family who is in their business, all right, or you have a narcissistic partner who's constantly trying to, please their family all the time because they need that validation because they never got it, then you're going to have major problems down the road, because these are the people that they're going to be running to, and they're all going to be talking about you. And if these other people don't like you, all right, then you're going to end up in divorce court, okay? You're going to end up in divorce court. You're going to have problems because, again, you're not just dealing with the narcissist. You're dealing with the narcissist and the influences upon the narcissist of these outside flying monkeys, forming the brain set of the narcissist. And this is why the narcissist will come at you, attack you, because they've been pumped up. It was like there was a case in the news about a girl attacked on the subway in New York City, right? And she was attacked by a group of other girls. But as the judge said, if not for these other people that were there, she would have never attacked that girl. So she had that, so they all got charged. They all got charged with the attack. But it was because of these other people that she had the strength and the courage to bully and attack somebody. And if she didn't have that entourage there, she probably would have never done what she did. So if the narcissist did not have that entourage, that strength of these other toxic people in their corner, they may have not ever reacted and been nasty and cold to you and treated you as wicked as they had. We know that narcissists in general are wicked, no matter who's around. But when you have, more wickedness in other narcissists that are pumping them up, their family, their friends, their best friends that don't like you, that are jealous of the relationship, okay, or jealous of you in general, all right, they're going to be troublemakers and problems. They're going to, manipulate that narcissist to the point where that narcissist is unbearable. And a lot of times now this happens with the covert narcissist. And this happened to me many a times, all right? This is why I could speak on this, because I've lived all this. What happens is your partner is off, right? You don't know what you've done, but they're off. You're dealing with a covert narcissist who doesn't communicate, and they're off. And you're saying, well, what did I do wrong here? Well, it's not necessarily that you did anything wrong, but what's going on is that covert narcissist went behind your back, went and talked to their entourage, their flying monkey, about something you did that they didn't like, but they're not communicating that to you. And the entourage smeared and ripped you to shreds. And now your partner comes back. They come back into the house and they're sitting there and they're cold to you and they're not talking to you and they're off and you don't know what's going on. And you say to them, is everything all right? They're like, yeah, everything's all right. I'm just tired from work. And now you're living with, a zombie. You're living with a zombie that you're not connecting with, that is aloof, distant, and pretending like everything's all right because they're all mentally fucked up from everything that was said with the flying monkeys, their family and friends behind your back. Okay? So how are you ever going to connect with a covert narcissist who's got the entourage talking behind your back and nobody's telling you anything that's going on? They're not even telling you that there's a problem. All right? And you're living disconnected, alone, and living with somebody who's like a roommate, okay? You can't battle that. You can't battle that because you're not dealing with any transparency. You can't resolve conflict with somebody who's not transparent with you. It's horrible, and I lived it. So that's why I'm telling you. And I realized later on, it wasn't just the narcissist. It was the toxic, narcissistic, covert mother-in-law in the background, all right? Laying guilt trips. This is what these other flying monkeys do. They guilt trip your partner to make them feel bad, and then your partner takes it out on you, okay? So it's never just the narcissist. And it could also be like the narcissist may feel guilty too, as well, if they left a relationship where they had children and everything like that. And I've seen this as well, where they've left, a marriage, they're divorced or something, and they get involved with a new supply. And because of that inner guilt within themselves, believe it or not, people say no, but they do, and I've seen it. Narcissists do feel guilt. Not that they change anything, mind you, but what happens is they may feel guilt about leaving their exes, and there's children involved and everything like that. And what are they going to do? They're going to pick fights with the new supply. This happens, period, dot, end of story. I have fucking seen it, all right? I've seen it many times. Believe me when I tell you, I lived a lot of life and I've been around a lot of this. And that's why I could speak on this. So what happens is, that narcissist is guilt tripped from other people, okay? It could be the ex with the kids. And now the narcissist gets involved with the new supply. And now eventually, after the love bombing stage is over, they start blaming the new supply. okay, for feeling guilty about the fact that they left their kids and they got divorced, okay? So they don't just blame the exes, okay? They don't just blame the exes. They can blame the new supply as well, because they're going to blame them for the reason for their divorce or something. Narcissists always got to blame somebody. But, it is what it is, you guys. So I hope that helps you understand and take a good look at who is the closest person to the narcissist. This is really who you're battling, not the narcissist. Who's ever in their ear. That's who you're battling, okay? So I'm giving you a piece of gold here. People don't realize that. They think they're just dealing with that narcissist. But understand, narcissists are very much influenced by outside sources that flatter their ego and build them up. So that their mood and how they behave is influenced by this outside source, these flying monkeys that will beef up their head, validate them, make them feel good, and then that narcissist is going to be beefed up and fed and come after you and be barking at you because they've been manipulated by the flying monkeys. Okay, I hope that helps you guys understand. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite. If you're confused, you don't know if you're dealing with a narcissist, you need clarity, you don't know how to handle this person, check out the link, askyaz.wixsite.com in the bio. If you want a lot more information, almost 5,000 videos on YouTube, you guys. Everything I do is put on YouTube, talking about the discard, talking about the manipulation. I primarily focus on covert narcissists. All of this is on YouTube, so check it out at the Game Exposed podcast on YouTube. Facebook and Instagram, if you want more info and posts, it's the Game EXP 123, and TikTok is the Game Exposed. And have a great day, you guys.